Oh, that's a dice gone.
So we've been live for 5 minutes, and we are recording. So I never really asked you. There's a lot of footage that's going to be uploaded.
Yeah.
So the way we were talking about doing it is just as soon as the episode's done that night, uploading it to YouTube, not really doing any edit or anything, not at the start at least,
Yeah.
and then just deleting it straight off, because he's not going to have the hard drive space to hold it.
Because the other thing I was thinking of is we could all USB is going to.
I have an extra USB.
Oh, yeah,
This is like hundreds and hundreds of gigs.
The alternative is like an extra hard drive.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, just kidding.
So, I mean,
hard drive.
Like a 4 terabyte hard drive is maybe
Some
about
people would like
30,
to
40
donate money.
bucks. So
We can all pitch
buy
They're
a
so
hard
cheap.
drive.
It's so weird.
it is
Yeah,
weird.
because it's just
But,
easy
like,
to make and stuff.
And that's the thing is like, we're talking shop right now, and I'm sorry, but we're also just kind of waiting for people to jump in. I don't really know.
No one's gonna jump in.
No, it's never there.
No, that's fine. But if people want to, they can.
Dude,
If not,
no, this is
whatever.
still fun. I don't even care, dude. This is still
We've got
awesome.
generic-
I'm not here for the. I'm not here
Like,
for
we're
the
all
viewers,
chilling,
I'm here
guys,
for the
like-
balls.
We're just here to bore our
Also,
one
I
neighbor.
don't even know what it is, I forgot.
this is going to be. We're not going to get into like.
Look
Ah,
at
ah.
that. I think he was pulling
Is
the
there?
string.
Okay.
It was the stream next thing that
It was the stream's letting. Hey, look. Wait, who's donned the Nintendo freak?
No.
What?
That's probably a person I went to school with. Hey.
Hello, thank you for following us.
Why are you here to go to bed?
Let's start.
You'll see it.
I don't see. Oh, are you about to pop up?
That's what the ad popped. Like,
That's what that was?
So
Okay,
that's
cool.
It's like,
You are in the stream now.
yeah.
So yeah, this is going to be a weekly session. Hopefully every Sunday night, starting around 9 o'clock, if we can all make it.
That would be Central Time.
That'd be Central Time. I'll let y'all do conversions if y'all want to do conversions.
Justin, apparently it's your brother.
That happens too. Yeah, no, could be Donovan. Probably Donovan.
Well, thank you regardless. Yeah, this is all. So yeah, well, because this will probably be about 2 hours.
Oh, I gotta leave before that.
Well,
Oh
then,
yeah, he'll be leaving. So it'll be.
but the rest of us can just kind of hang out. So we'll
I
go ahead
live
and.
here, so.
That's
I
true.
live
I'm sorry, Justin. You gotta
As-
leave.
I live here.
As does he.
Yeah.
So.
Y'all gotta leave.
He's here.
So when's those
lay
curfew?
down and just go to sleep.
Also, you might hear, just to clear up confusion, Anthony. Also, you go by Red. As
Yeah, I
well.
will.
So
You will never once hear me call him Anthony.
You'll never hear once they call him Justin.
that's fine. But yeah.
Just how it goes.
So, without further ado, we can go ahead and jump into the thing that we've all been waiting for, which is we're going to reveal. We're going to go around. I guess we'll start just in the circle. Well, so Justin, you'll be last. I'm sorry. But we can all
Been waiting for this for
hoot and holler.
weeks.
It's okay.
But you're also here
Are you gonna like send us the PDF or?
No, he's gonna list it off, and you're gonna write it down. If you don't get it, well,
Fuck
Yeah.
you.
So
Kitty said to Kitty because the milk ran dry.
So basically, how this is going to work is
You
I'm going
should
to go
use
around
this.
the table, and I'm going to let people know what their class is, and it's a completely custom class that I've spent the last 2 months doing weird, like, one-on-one balancing combat encounters with just myself, playing as everything, and it's been fun. It's really, really fun. So, drum roll, please, for the a soft drum roll so we don't peek through the mic. Eli, your character class is called the Mannequin.
Ooh, that's terrifying.
Ooh.
It's a class based on subterfuge and diversion. Mannequin can easily blend into their environment and they make excellent assassins.
Ooh.
So, starting with your hit points, it's 1d8.
It's a D8.
So it's D8. So 1d8 plus your con mod, all that jazz. Your proficiencies. So armor, you have light armor and medium armor.
Ooh.
Weapons, simple weapons. And that's both simple melee and simple ranged.
Yep.
Tools, you have proficiencies in thieves' tools, poisoner's kit, disguise kit, and forgery kit.
Wow, that's a lot of kits.
You got a lot of shit.
Damn, dude, what the heck?
we will also be swearing on this. So if you are a child, fuck off.
You did hit
Yes.
the 18 plus tag, right?
No. He didn't. No, you didn't.
We're banned.
And we're banned.
But we'll be back next week on Rolls for Rolls Flipped.
I'm seeing something on that platform.
Where in
With the
world?
other rolls being the first rolls
Tags there.
as opposed to
Bro, I want
the
some
other
rolls.
ones.
Oh,
Some Texas Roadhouse rolls.
Heck
Like,
yes.
Probably get rid of
Give me
voice
them.
acting.
that was terrible.
Oh, that's not a tag apparently.
Absolutely terrible.
Is 18 plus even a tag?
It should be. You should be able to flag your stream as essentially rated R.
I don't think it's tag.
Explicit. We'll do explicit, maybe. Nope.
It's not a tag. I don't know what it is, but I know it's a choice.
Whatever.
It'll.
We'll just ban any
We'll-
kids.
Yeah, we'll learn as we're learning as we go. So
Yeah, my God. Your head.
saving throws.
Just sit back a little bit.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see if we can.
I'm looking at my position.
That's because I was just looking at the
I'm
camera.
like that, or you need to scoot up. One of the two.
Yeah.
I think.
Literally just like
I think
you're-
that
you
should.
Yeah, like his head is.
That's good. That's good right there.
we go.
Saving throws. Yeah, charisma and dexterity, and then skills. You can choose 3 from sleight of hand, stealth, intimidation, insight, performance, athletics, acrobatics, persuasion.
Jeez.
Choose 3 from any of those.
Oh, from all of us.
And equipment is going to be something that. So I've been tweaking a lot of equipment, but I kind of wanted equipment to be a collaborative thing. So if there's something that you like, you really want to be proficient in, or you really want to have, you really want to start out with this one thing, you can do that. So the equipment that I have for you, you can either choose a simple weapon and a shield, or 2 simple weapons. You also get 2 daggers or any simple ranged weapon. And then you also get one of the tools in which you are proficient. Is there anything else that you'd like to, you really specifically want to have?
Are short swords simple weapons?
Short swords are simple. They are not martial.
I will take two. No, I think that sounds fine.
And then I think there's there's a player's handbook over here, and there's another player's handbook on the other side of the desk. Okay, so getting into your level 1 features. The first one is called Mannequin's Face. A mannequin's face rarely stays the same unless they actively will themselves to appear a certain way. They can keep a mental record of faces they have seen and can recall them to mold their own face into another's. Changing from one face to another takes at least 10 seconds or 2 rounds of combat.
Wait, so what is that in gameplay terms?
In
What is
gameplay terms, it's essentially Mask of Many Faces.
So,
It
like,
takes 10
so
seconds to cast.
You can,
so is it like alter self type thing?
not so much. It's you just change the way your face appears.
Okay.
It doesn't change any other aspect of your body, but it changes the way your face appears. So you could look like any one of us at the table, and it would take about 10
And
seconds.
change
to do
color of just the face?
that. It's basically just like head
It's like
swap.
when I thought of Mac,
Okay.
that face.
Yeah.
Alright.
So it would be like an orc face, but whatever you're
My body, yeah. A human
So
body.
picture the peachiest orc.
You get sneak attack.
Oh, no, just rogue sneak attack?
Yeah, PHP rules. The other one that you get at first level is something called Disillusion. So starting at the first level, you are able to distort your face as a bonus action. Though this does not change from one appearance to another, it provides enough confusion to vex an enemy. So you can target one enemy that's within 5 feet and has a clear line of sight looking at you. And it's a DC equal to 10 plus your charisma modifier.
Or to do what?
To basically confuse them.
Like
And
the
that
spell
lasts for-
confusion?
Sorry, what?
Like the spell
It's
confusion?
not the spell confusion. It's more like where did I have it? Like stunned. They basically lose a turn.
Oh shit.
And that only it's similar to how frightened presence. It's like it only works once. They need to.
If they succeed the save, I can't do it again.
Yeah.
Is there a cooldown on this, or is it just once? Just cost a bonus action?
It just costs a bonus action,
Okay.
but you can't do it to the same person twice within the same day.
Yeah.
But that is the mannequin class first level. So you can go ahead and roll for stats, and we'll come back to that if you have any other questions. Feel free to ask. But we're going to jump over to. Let's see. What's it called? Oh. So, Jacob, your class name. It's called the Dredgenaught.
The Dredgenaught?
The Dredgenaught.
I fucking love that.
How do you even spell
So it's D-R-E-D-G-E, not. It's a class designed around the Warforged race because we wanted to make you essentially a robot, which would be really pretty cool. The Dredgenaught machines were built to assist underground exploration and excavation. So starting with your hit dice, you get it's a 1d10 for Dreadnought level. So your it's hit points at your first level is 10 plus your Constitution modifier. So armor, and this is something that works within the Warforged race. Yeah, what's up?
What armor do I start with? We didn't talk about that.
You said light, I think.
No, but I get proficiencies. Which armor do I start?
We'll come back to that in a sec.
Okay.
So you get to choose whether you're proficient in either of the three. So you can choose whether you want to do light armor, medium, or heavy armor. Because I'm kind of blending the functionality of a Warforged race because they have different, like, their skin is different. So you can choose either one of those.
You got a little pop up. We're just gonna nut now. We don't want none of that. Thank you. Get away.
So we can roll stat or roll health.
Is that
Feel free
plugged
to
in
roll
and like charging?
Oh, do we have this? Do we have this charging right now?
No. Do you have your charger?
What's it at?
We're at 43, so we'll go until we're
Dead.
until we're dead. So I'll
Turn the brightness down.
Yeah. There we go. Sweet. Weapons, you're proficient in simple weapons. So that's going to be any of those. And then tools, you can choose any 3 artisan's tools. Those are going to be things like glass blowers, tinkers, woodworkers, those kind of things. You are also proficient in navigator's tools. Your saving throws are going to be Constitution and Strength. And then your skills, you can choose 2 from Athletics, History, Investigation, Religion, Medicine, Perception, or Intimidation. Choose 2 from any of those. And equipment, so you can start with either a simple weapon and a shield, or 2 simple weapons. You can start with a Dungeoneer's pack or an Explorer's pack. And if you want to go into those, you can go into those. And then you also start with any 2 tools or a simple ranged weapon.
Oh, that's bad.
Also, yeah. Um,
6.
oh boy, that's why I wanted to do this on stream because I didn't want anyone to choose their rolls. So like, if you got a 6, you got a 6. You gotta put that in. You gotta put that somewhere.
2 6s.
Okay.
My highest stat's a 15.
So you're getting into your features, your level 1 features. The first one is called Built for Purpose. So though your past does not determine your future, it certainly dictates your present. A Dredgenaught is nothing without their skill and efficiency. Choose one of the tools in which you are proficient and mark this down as your primary function. You gain advantage in this tool, completing tasks performed with these tools twice as fast. So
That's a lot.
it's
That's a lot.
so essentially this is like if you want choose one of the artisan's tools and you get advantage with that tool set at all times. And you complete any tasks with those tools twice as fast. The other one, the next one is called Portable Workshop. So you can designate either your left or your right arm to house a makeshift workshop. This arm appears slightly larger than the other as it houses several components necessary for makeshift repairs or other tinkering. Any one tool can fit in this arm. So you have 2 tools. One of them is going to fit in that arm. The other one is just on a pack. But you could also get more tools. There's just one that is always on you and cannot be separated from you unless that arm is separated from you. The last level 1 feature you get is called failsafe, and this is where you get some choice. So as a part of your design, your creators found it useful to provide their machines with a way of defending themselves to protect their investments. You may choose one of the following. There's Stunning Grasp, so you can place a hand on a target. You can inflict a jolt of lightning that deals 1d8 lightning damage. Any target that is wearing metal armor takes an extra 1d4 lightning damage. So that's Stunning Grasp. There's also Plated Knuckles. The steel around your knuckles was designed for extra impact, so unarmed attacks deal an extra 1d6 damage. What's up?
They're having issues hearing us.
Well, let's...
Thank you for letting us know, because this is our first one.
Appreciate the feedback. All feedback's appreciated.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Okay, so... let's give it about 20 seconds. See if that's a little bit better. Let us know.
Yeah, 'cause I can have my volume up on mine. So.
You had your volume up all the way?
No, I can't have mine because it's going to feedback into the mic.
It's going to feedback. So.
Whew, we definitely don't want that. So yeah, let us know if that's working better.
I'm going to jump back over here.
Also, yeah, I have the laptop like right in front of the DM screen, so I'm poking over a lot. So yeah, it's Plated Knuckles. Do you get Plated Knuckles? So the last one that you could choose is Recede. So your heels house a pair of wheels that can unfold as a bonus action. These add an additional 20 feet of movement and add +2 to your AC when avoiding attacks of opportunity. So basically, if you're in attacking range of an enemy, you can whip out these bad boys and you can skirt out of there pretty quickly, and it's a lot harder for them to hit you. So you get to choose one of those 3.
Okay.
All right. Any questions on that right now? We can also come back to it, but that's the Dredgenaught class.
Okay.
All right. Moving on to Mark. Mark, your class, the Iron Falcon.
Iron Falcon, bro.
I felt pretty good about this one.
Yeah.
So
Think of the name.
So the Iron Falcon is a class based around the connection between man, beast, and machine. The soul of a beloved creature bound to machine and the man commanding both. So, starting out with your hit dice, you have it's a 1d8. So you roll, it's a 8 plus your Constitution modifier for your hit points. Your proficiencies, you're proficient in light armor.
Bottom left.
Light armor.
You're proficient in martial melee weapons. And your tools, you are proficient in tinker's tools and alchemist supplies. And I don't think I told you your saving throws because we kind of did that before. Both of you should have, just so I could kind of keep everyone invested and get people thinking about what races they wanted. So your saving throws are strength and intelligence. And did I tell you what your saving throws were?
Yeah.
Okay. So strength and intelligence are going to be your saving throws, Mark.
Okay.
And skills, you are proficient in animal handling. And then you can choose 2 from intimidation, athletics, medicine, nature, or survival. So animal handling, and then any of the 2 from that list.
You said animal handling, intimidation, stealth.
It's intimidation, athletics, medicine, nature, or survival. So basically you get 3. You get animal handling, and then 2 from that list. Alright. Ready for your equipment? So you can choose either a martial weapon, a martial melee weapon and a shield, or 2 martial weapons, or 2 martial melee weapons. You can choose either tinker's tools or alchemist supplies.
What are those?
So we'll get into that. Tinker's tools are
Okay.
things like, imagine like you need to fix a watch, or you need to fix
So like small things, kind of.
yeah,
Make
little
gizmos.
screws.
You can
screws.
make gizmos.
Yeah, you can
Small,
do little
small
gizmo
little.
stuff.
Okay.
So you can either choose that or alchemist supplies.
Okay.
You can also either choose to have light armor, or you can choose to have the Falconer's cloak, which we'll get into that in a little bit. So the first thing, actually, I'll go ahead and give you I'll explain what that is. Basically, the Falconer's Cloak. So you have found that it's basically a cloak that you've engineered to help you with stealth. So in dim lighting, you have advantage. It's dim lighting or darker. You have advantage on stealth checks when wearing the cloak and using it.
You know, I'm gonna take that right there. Like, I'm gonna take that.
Okay, so there you go. So you are currently unarmored.
Okay.
You
So
do not
what's
have
that
armor.
called?
That is the Falconer's Cloak. Homebrew stuff is fun because it could work. It could also not.
It could work or you could die.
We'll see.
And then you
Sorry, you don't have armor, but
You said what were the weapons again?
so you have either a martial weapon, a martial melee weapon and a shield, or 2 martial melee weapons. So those are things like those are essentially bigger and better weapons than simple weapons.
Okay, I'll take the 2 martial weapons then. Yeah.
I was also going to say a shield adds +2 to your AC, and because you are unarmored, that might also be something to think about. But you could also go pick up armor in the first town that you go to, assuming you don't die.
Well, I am proficient in martial melee weapons, and I do have 2, so that could be.
It could also
It could
offset,
prove
so.
a lot
Say
better
you can
too.
open a double can of whoop ass if it needs.
I'd be like, all right, guys, you see these?
All right,
So
so
I'm gonna
Dad
stick with the 2
sneezed,
melee
but it was
weapons. I
beautiful.
might.
so
It'll be a little risky, but okay.
So the primary aspect of the Iron Falcon is their Falcon companion.
Companion.
So
Just stab sneezed.
That's a regular sneeze.
Really?
Have you heard me sneeze before?
This is a dove sneeze. This is a regular person sneeze.
Dead.
I didn't
Anyway,
You're sure?
so you have the Falcon companion, and this is something that you can actually. I was literally looking at images of Falcons online to try and find we were at 35% shit.
During your research.
Halfway through the table.
So I'll have to send you the little snippet of the stat sheet for the Falcon companion.
Yeah.
But basically, you have a little statue of a falcon, and you can make it any kind of falcon you want. But there's a little button on the end of the falcon that whenever you press it, it becomes an actual falcon. It's a metallic falcon, so basically it's a small machine, pretty much.
And what is this thing called again?
Your Falcon companion.
Awesome.
And yeah, it does damage, so you can use it for scouting. Because you also have so in combat it's a bonus action to activate, and it's a bonus action to give a command to your Falcon.
Okay.
Otherwise, it'll act on its own will.
Okay.
But you can also give it a command that lasts several turns, like scan the perimeter, stuff like that.
Okay.
You also have the Falconer's Brew. So you have studied alchemy for many years, and in learning to bind soul to machinery, you've discovered a concoction that connects the mind to the beast. Speak with your DM so we can talk about a specific concoction that you want to create, in what components you'd like to have that comprised of. But essentially, this lets you see through your Falcon companion. So you can basically look through it and use it as a guide. As far as creating this, the brewing process of the substance is equal to, so you take your intelligence modifier, whatever your intelligence modifier is, and that is how many brews you can make per hour.
Okay.
Providing you have the right components for it. And each brew lasts for 10 minutes. But yeah, that is the Iron Falcon class. So Jacob and Mark, y'all can go ahead and start rolling for stats as well. That's the 46. Drop that. You can go ahead and start doing that stuff. Let me know if y'all have questions. We're gonna jump over to.
Are we re-roll ones? Are we re-rolling one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We can re-roll one.
Roll these 4.
Re-roll.
Pick the 3 highest ones. Write it down there.
All right.
Roll it. Do that 6 times, and then you get to pick.
Oh, there you go.
No, you don't re-roll it.
All right. So
Like you
Eric,
Yes, sir.
your class
Oh.
We just re-roll.
is called the
Jesus
Highwire.
Christ.
Highwire.
The Highwire.
Are we rerolling ones?
Yeah. So
Okay,
I'm sorry.
you
if
rolled
didn't
2
reroll.
runs. You can reroll those.
Yeah. So it's a class based on acrobatics and cunning traps to control the flow of battle.
So yeah.
They are wily,
So
well
2 4s
trained,
and a 3.
applying their studies
11,
to
so
field
you
of
roll
battle.
down 11.
So your hit dice, you have a 1d8. So it's 8 plus your con mod for your hit points at first level.
It's literally every 1d8. So far.
No, there's a couple different ones. I think the Dredgenaught's a 1d8.
You can reroll ones. You don't need to write that down.
Try and not roll. Have
So loud.
well, yeah, I have mine in there. So armor. You are not proficient in any armor.
No armor.
Dang.
Oh.
So it's not that you don't have armor.
Okay.
You're just not proficient in any armor.
All
You
right.
do not need it. So you
Zero.
are proficient in simple melee weapons,
Okay.
whips, and your wire gun. We'll get to that in a second. Homebrews are so much fun.
Yes.
So tools, you're proficient in one musical instrument of your choice. And then you're also proficient in either a disguise kit or thieves' tools. Your saving throws are dexterity and intelligence. And then skills, you are proficient in acrobatics. And you can choose 2 from performance, sleight of hand, history, perception, deception, or intimidation.
All right. You can read beautiful ones.
No.
I can do 2 of those.
Yeah, 2 from any of that list. Equipment, you start with a rapier and 2 daggers.
All right.
You also start with any simple ranged weapon, or another simple or a simple melee weapon. You also have any musical instrument of your choice, and you also have on you your wire gun and a gunsmith kit, in which you are all proficient. I should mention. Getting onto your level 1 class features. The first one is called Wit and Wine. So the Highwire's greatest strengths are their ability to read a situation before it unfolds. Though they may not be the best in dealing damage, they make up for this by pinning down enemies, allowing one-on-one fights that are more in their favor. Starting at the first level, the Highwire may roll 2 d20s per initiative roll. After the first d20 has been rolled, this may be given to any other member of the party instead of their roll. Basically, you're giving party advantage to one person with this roll. If the Highwire chooses not to give the roll to another, or they themselves don't want that roll, they may then roll a second d20 as if given advantage. The second roll may not be given to another party member. So that's something that we'll get into when combat actually happens. It sounds kind of complicated, but it's fairly simple. You basically just roll 2 d20s for every initiative roll, and if someone else wants that first one and you want to give that to them, you can give that to them. And then you just take whatever that second d20 roll is.
That's pretty chill.
Deal.
Then you have your wire gun, and this is also something where you kind of get some choices, but it's not really that you choose right now. You'll just choose them. You just have an array of options. So this is the prized possession of any Highwire. It's their highly coveted wire gun. So it's similar to a grappling gun or a hook, but it's a pistol-sized weapon, so it can be within this range. So however large you actually want it to be, whatever design you'd like to make it. A long barrel.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a long barrel.
A long barrel. I guess
Love it.
long barrel is going to be a thing now. So there are 3 different types of ammunition at the first level, and switching ammunition takes at least 1 minute. So you have dart wire, which is a retractable bolt-tipped wire used as a ranged weapon. Add your dexterity modifier and your proficiency bonus to attacks. The bolt does 1d4 damage on a hit and can be retracted as a bonus action or left within the target. And it also has a range of 40 feet. So basically, it's you shoot it and it will come back. And you can
Dude, bro,
can just keep doing
this
that.
girl looks kind of sketchy. I ain't gonna lie.
You think everyone looks sketchy?
Who?
No.
All right. You also have your heavy wire. Your heavy wire. It's a multi-use wire intended for climbing or crossing gaps. It can also be used as a ranged weapon. It deals 2d4 damage, but it sacrifices the retractability. So that one is not able to be retracted because it's too heavy of a wire. But that one has a range of 100 feet. And you also have, and this one is a little bit complicated as well. So this is something that it's or at least it sounds complicated, but it's not as complicated as it is. It's called multi-shot. So it's segmented wire intended for rapid fire capabilities. So you fire 4 bolts in a single action, creating 3 distinct wires. They don't deal damage, but they basically you shoot point to point. So you have to shoot here. There's a wire in between. From here to here, there's a wire in between. Yeah.
Nice.
So each length of wire is 20 feet. Creating a final length of up to 60 feet.
It's the line launcher from Batman.
More or less. But yeah, the AC for the multi-shot is 5. It's not very difficult to cut through, but there are ways that you can potentially bolster that. But that's the Highwire class. I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
All right, Derek. Your class, good sir.
I'm interested.
Your class name. The Hex Hunter.
The
Ooh.
Hex Hunter.
That's cool as fuck.
So it's a class based
name
around.
up to this point.
It's just a warlock.
I think yours is
Said it's the coolest name up to this point.
It's-
the coolest name of all.
Okay.
I don't know what mine is, but I hope it's the
Um,
coolest.
Can it just be like a warlock? Is it just a hex blade?
You're warlock.
You're a hex blade, that's it.
So it's a class based around hunting those with magical abilities or tracking objects of magical origin. So your hit dice, it's a 1d10, so 10 plus your con mod. You are proficient in light armor and shields. You are proficient in simple weapons and martial weapons. Later. Yeah, they had Jet, but they'll be back here next Sunday.
I think
Or Jacob's
Jacob's gonna be.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
well,
his
yeah,
computer.
But yeah, Jacob's Mark's ride, so they'll be back. Or
No.
Mark will be back.
Mark's getting an Uber. He's just gonna get stuff out of.
I'm gonna shut up. I'm just
I'm
gonna
like,
keep
I don't know what's
talking.
happening, but
It's
stuff's
whatever.
happening.
Things are happening.
Do the class thing.
Anyway, your tools are gonna be you're proficient in alchemist supplies and herbalism kits, and I know how much you love herbalism kits. That's not a that's a reference to our other campaign because his character Malachi has been brewing potions for the party nonstop. That wasn't but also yeah, kind of. Your saving throws, wisdom and dexterity, skills, animal handling,
Okay.
and any 2 other skills.
Any 2 other skills.
Any 2 other skills. You start with the following equipment. You either have a martial weapon and a shield, or 2 martial weapons, a martial ranged weapon, or any 2 simple melee weapons, and then alchemist supplies or an herbalism kit. Either one of those. Alright. Are you ready for your first level features?
Yeah.
Okay. The first one is called apprenticeship.
Okay.
So starting at the first level, your master's training has provided an expertise to some degree in a particular field. You may choose one of the following features. The first one is tracking. So you may select a favorite enemy. This works very similarly to the ranger class favorite enemy. So you gain advantage to survival checks for tracking, and then you also gain advantage in intelligence checks for general knowledge of a specific enemy. You also gain the enemy's language if one is available. So that's one that you could do. You also have arcanology. You gain proficiency in Arcana.
Okay.
Your years of dedicated study under your masters provided a wealth of arcane knowledge. So, you gain proficiency in Arcana. You also have occultist, so you gain proficiency in religion and are familiar with most civilized pantheons. Should there be written accounts of a deity and their myths, you will likely have read such books. The last one is physicians. You have tended to your master's wounds in the field on more than one occasion. You have a working basis for medicine and gain advantage on all medicine checks. So you can choose one of those 4. Would you like me to repeat any of those? I will repeat one of those.
You can only choose one of them?
You can only choose one of them.
That's rough.
How do the... Can you tell me what the first one is?
So there was tracking, and that's basically favored enemy.
Yeah.
Like a ranger. Arcanology, Arcana, occultist, religion, physician, advantage on all medicine checks.
I'll do Arcana.
Alright. And your last one for your first level feature is Earn Your Keep. So hex hunters are draped in mystery and are often the subject of scorn from civilization. They have learned that the best way to ensure a hex hunter avoids undue trouble is to earn their keep. Providing services to the inns or homesteads in which they reside, they tend to pick up small amounts of expertise in highly specific fields. You may choose any 2 artisan's tools and gain proficiency.
I gotta go.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll be going.
He's jumping out, but once again, we'll all be back. The full crew will be back next Sunday.
Show.
Of course.
That was
Are we?
Also,
Here-
next Sunday will be his
okay.
last night shift that he's working. So.
I didn't know.
thing. But yeah. So the mannequin class will be something that we'll be talking about. But yeah.
That's slightly terrifying.
It's. I thought of it like kind of like Rorschach.
The Proter stun is real interesting. Hey you, yeah you, don't move.
just scrunch your face up real ugly like.
I'm just gonna make myself look like my real life.
That was a self card. That's a rare one.
Don't you quote Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
I will quote Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Jake Peralta.
Yeah, so you can choose any 2 artisan's tools and you gain proficiency. And that is the Hex Hunter class.
Nice. Very nice.
Alright. Alright, Anthony. Your class name. The Nomad. A class based around the lone wanderer. A person determined to get by on their own merits and through their own skill. 1d10. Hit die, and so 10 plus your con mod. I didn't want to do anything too crazy like any 1d12. Because that's
Take it easy.
we're not.
No one shows. My hit dice is a 1d20.
Your hit die, yeah, it's a 1d20. It's whatever.
I use a 1d100.
So I guess it should real quick preface. So like I asked everyone kind of what they wanted, like what player handbook class they wanted their class to be based on, and so a lot of these are drawing inspiration from specific classes. But the Nomad, your proficiencies in armor, all of it, just all of it, shields included, weapons, all of it, tools, you are proficient in any 4 artisan's tools, and navigator's tools as well.
4
artisans. What was the second part?
Navigator.
Tools. So your saving throws, strength and wisdom, skills. Choose any 4.
So
Choose any 4 skills you'd like. Those are all yours. Yeah, we don't want to. Look at that. Nice. We're at 23%, so we're doing great.
4 skills.
4 skills. So equipment. So you can start with a martial weapon and a shield, or a long bow and a quiver of 20 arrows.
Is there a Xanathar?
are you looking for?
Xanathar, I think it might have
20
taken
arrows,
Xanathars.
correct?
Did he
Yeah,
take
20
my-
arrows.
Plain arrows.
I'll get it back.
It was your Xanathar?
Yeah.
You also get 2 hand crossbows,
It's cool.
or any simple melee weapon.
2 hand crossbows.
Go a long bow and 2 hand crossbows. Nice.
That's exactly what I was hoping for.
You also get a set of armor. Any armor you choose. Will like within reason. We'll talk about it.
I have a
yeah.
time plate. It's fine.
So your sorry, do you have a question about that?
Are we gonna assess what type of armor, like light, mid?
Whenever you want.
Yeah, it's yeah. So starting at the first level, your first level feature, you have quick reflexes. So I think there's an actual quick reflexes thing in the player's handbook, but this is different. So whenever you are equipping weapons or reloading light ranged weapons, so ranged weapons with the light attribute, that can be done as a bonus action or a reaction. If this is a bonus action, you just use it as a bonus action. But you can also use this as a reaction.
Yeah.
This automatically also allows for one attack against the assailant if you are able to see the assailant. So if an assailant shoots you, you can use a bonus action to, and if you don't have anything equipped, to equip boom, essentially. And again, that's something that like sounds a little bit complicated on paper, but in combat, it'll
It's situational.
Yeah, it'll be situational, and so it's kind of like it's almost DM discretion, but it's also I wanted to allow plenty of flavor for you.
So that's quick reflexes.
That's quick reflexes. You also have stolen knowledge. So wandering on your own and carving out your path has led you to several encounters with magic. Your time in the wild has led you to tangle with the many spirits and deities of nature, and you found their wisdom to be beneficial to your cause. Starting at the first level, you have access to either the ranger or cleric spell lists. You can choose 2 cantrips from either one. Choose a number of cantrips equal to your wisdom modifier. I'm sorry about that. So whatever your wisdom modifier is going to be,
Figure that out.
yeah. So you choose the number of cantrips equal to that. Are y'all doing stat rolls, stuff like that? Sweet. The last one is a solitary path. You have created everything you have needed in your life. Any weapon you have used has been crafted by your hands. Any meal consumed was prepared entirely by yourself. This arduous life has earned respect among many of the craftsmen and workers among the cities, and will often aid your efforts. There you go. That is the Nomad class. There you go. And last but certainly not least, Justin, your class
Let's get it.
is the Soul Warden.
Nice.
That is pretty beast.
Cool. No doubt.
Cool. We're just doing Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
No doubt.
Remix.
That's every day for me.
That's every day. Yeah, we'll be like cool.
So your hit dice, 1d8. So 8 plus your con mod. Your armor, you're proficient in light armor. You are proficient in simple weapons. And you are proficient in alchemist supplies, your tools. Saving throws, wisdom and intelligence, and then you can choose 3 from Arcana, History, Insight, Religion, Investigation, or Medicine. Let me know when you're ready for your equipment. And yeah, we're at 20%, so I think we should have plenty of time to wrap this up and then also have a discussion.
Quick round of macabre.
Yes. So equipment, you have a simple weapon or alchemist supplies.
Or I don't think I get to choose one or the other.
Choose one or the other. Okay. Choose either a priest's pack or a holy symbol. Oh, I didn't even give you your little like your little thing.
The harmonica, since you also might do more touch.
That's true.
It's the accordion. Just like certified polka. Like Weird Al Yankovic just walks in the place.
Okay. So yeah, I didn't even give you like your little intro spiel. The Soul Warden. It's a class based around.
That's pretty important.
You basically are. You're not possessed by a spirit, but do you house a spirit inside of you? This is the one that I have the most flavor text written for, so I'll just go ahead and read that. The Soul Warden is typically conjoined with the restless soul of someone in their past. Often this relationship comes in the form of family, though not always. Mentors, friends, or even enemies might have unfinished business with which they need to champion to resolve. Though not always beholden to the spirit, the Soul Warden is often guided through messages or with meditation. And then the last of your equipment, you either have a component pouch or an arcane focus. Actually,
no.
Actually, I'm sorry. Scrap that. Just a component pouch, not an arcane focus. That was something that I needed to next. Homebrew stuff is fun. So you just have a component pouch, no arcane focus.
Okay.
So your first level features. The first one is you have supernatural gifts. The spirit imbued your natural body with supernatural energy. Being strong enough to act as a gateway between the realms of the living and the dead, you are given minor sway over forces of nature. So at the first level, you have subtle influence over the environment. You may, at any time, darken a room to a point of low visibility, create a chill or a low heat within a 20-foot circle. You can hover 5 feet above the ground, although this does not permit flight. So this does not count as flight speed, you're just hovering 5 feet above the ground. You can produce a dim light as your hand glows. You can also communicate simple thoughts to animals.
Yeah, that's what I
In combat, these all count as one bonus action.
Okay.
You also have planar sense. So as a Soul Warden, your senses are attuned to understanding the lands of the living and the dead. At all times, you are aware of which plane of existence you reside on and are able to detect any undead, spirit, or fiend within 50 feet of you, as well as where the creature is located. Also, yeah, I have like a French thing going on because I'm in Cyrano de Bergerac, and so I've got like, the 17th century.
Elegant, sir.
It's
Yeah,
cool.
very good. The last of your first level features, you have your spiritual guide. So at the first level, you are bound to your spirit as it awaits final judgment. Therefore, your spirit is compelled to assist in any way it can. Once per long rest, you may engage in meditation to commune with your spirit. While the spirit world is powerful, you are unable to decipher the spirit's messages into anything more than emotion. The meditation lasts 10 minutes and incurs an exhaustion point at the conclusion. The spirit may provide some insight into the Soul Warden's journey.
Cool.
And that is the Soul Warden class at first level.
Awesome.
And those are all of the classes.
That's a bad roll.
I am the most useless person in combat.
At first
I
level
do not
proficiency.
have a weapon. I just want you all to know that.
I got 220s.
It's alright.
Protect me,
You got two
my
20s?
squire.
Nice.
Plus, so it's you got 18s, and then you added +2 because of your.
No, that's like on my stats, on my abilities. I got 220s.
Yeah, because you rolled an 18
And then
plus.
it's plus your racial benefits.
I got a base one.
Because off the straight dice, you're only able to get a max of 18.
6.
Oh,
Because
It's 4 dice that I'm rolling, right?
It's 46, but you drop the lowest.
Oh, you dropped the lowest.
Ah.
I was like, wait a sec, hold up.
Yeah, I was like, man, this is some weird stuff.
So yeah,
Not bad.
make sure y'all are doing
Yeah.
46. Drop the lowest d6.
Yeah, because I had like 2
Yeah.
4 and 2 6.
Yeah, he had 220s. I was like, it's weird.
Yeah.
I was like, that's kind of like.
So
Crazy.
right off the bat, does anyone have any questions about their class? Because we can go ahead and talk about it pretty freely now.
The hit dice was the 1d10 plus what modifier?
Plus con.
So yeah. So it's it's 10 plus your Constitution modifier.
Okay. And your first level is 10 plus con.
And then you'll roll a 1d10 plus your Constitution modifier for every additional level. But yeah, we got Mr. Robot over here.
Oh no, Harry.
So I guess we can go ahead and talk about, because if you think that we want to do, I guess we should go ahead and explain the title of the campaign. So it's called Amnesia Party, and the reason why is because next Sunday, whenever we kick off the stream, all of the characters are going to wake up in an unknown location, unaware of who they are, who everyone else is, what's going on. They have amnesia, hence Amnesia Party. But Marcus texted me all of this stuff. Analytics information. That's right. No, that's right. That's right, bud.
Cool. Glad that everybody's invested.
Yeah. So it's hey,
And
Candy.
reroll ones.
Thanks, Candy. Thanks for
Oh,
following.
Candyman.
Thanks, bud.
Thank you.
That's my buddy. I played Fortnite with him.
I remember that time that we were
Shit
trying to
names.
play.
Yeah. You
Black Ops,
were
and,
playing with
we were
Candy.
like, Candy, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Candy.
Candy.
We
Yeah.
can't hear you. Can't. Or like, no, like we can hear you, but you can't hear us. No. So that's what's gonna happen next Sunday. Is everyone's gonna wake up and not know who they are, but they'll be able to know what their skills are and maybe a handful of tidbits from their background. So we can try and go through and try and establish some background. Yeah. We can try and make some background stuff happen. So, just hearing your classes, does anyone have any preliminary ideas as to what your background
I'm a
might want to
charlatan.
be? Or sorry, not necessarily background as in for your
Actual
for your
background.
character, but like tidbits from
Oh, ours, the thing we already talked about?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, okay.
yeah, that kind of stuff.
Setheras is more than ready, sir.
Because I think the thing that we were talking about is going to end up being your
The thing.
yeah.
And cool. It works out great. I'm
That's
so
why.
glad.
That's why because you were telling me about that, and I was like, well, that's. I
That's
wish I
pretty
could tell you
good.
right now. But yeah.
I got my own. I don't care.
Oh, you got 2 18s, buddy. Nice.
Oh yeah.
I would do that as strength and
We're
wisdom.
gonna have some beefy characters. We're gonna so we could try and do.
My lowest stat is a 10. So.
Oof.
10's not too bad.
Yeah, but it's like decent.
Could be a
kind
lot-
of like.
could be a lot
Well, it's
worse.
2 18s, 2 15s, and 14 to 10.
That's a.
That's
I will
a
take that.
stacked character. Yeah.
That's a good spread right there.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. Let's go around. So,
Better than my first
Jacob,
one.
what are your stats?
I got a
looking
9 or
looking right now?
I got 11, 10, 13, 16, 13, 12.
Pretty average. I'll take that any day. Eric, what you got?
Got 15, 11, 11, 10, 10, 13.
Again, pretty average. Like
Pretty average. Nothing special. So.
Derek, what you got?
16, 2 14s, 13, 12, 11.
That's pretty beefy.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
What you got?
Those are 2 18s, 2 15s, a 14.
That's pretty stacked. And
Oof, there we go.
you're up and up. So these are gonna be some pretty stacked characters. But oh yeah, we need to go around names. Do we have any name ideas? You want to name your robot boy?
Name's Rick. But
I don't have any ideas yet.
I know what yours is. Would you like to tell our lovely audience of a few people?
My name is Dwayne Bumblesnatch.
Bumblesnatch.
That's me. That's
I'm
my
gonna
name.
have to keep a straight face.
You're not gonna be able
This
to.
is me. This is all me. I'm putting it on the table right now.
I'm putting it on the table right now. This is
So,
me.
here, wait,
Call
who
me
I am.
Dwayne.
You're taking up that.
That's because I'm just trying to write.
Yeah. Here, I'm
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
gonna
use the. Use my thing.
a little bit.
Okay, so
I got this right.
See if that fixes it. I'm gonna turn it in about 3, 2, 1, right there.
Now let's go back a little bit more.
I saw that little adjustment. Let me see it.
Wait for it. It's gonna kick in.
Someone says, "Howdy, Dwayne. How's your day going?"
Man, it's going pretty good.
It could be a lot worse.
It could be a lot worse, yeah. You know, sun shining. Heck,
Yee.
it's a good old day.
Let me see your gi.
Let me see your ye.
I heard one goddamn read from you
That's it.
That's all I
Come
got.
on now.
Do you have a name? Oh,
Man.
Amon Goth.
Amon Göth.
Amon Goth.
I like that actually.
Yeah.
Amon's a pretty good name.
Yeah.
Like, could be a Targaryen.
Yeah. So he is actually, he doesn't remember too much, but from what he does remember, he's of course a Drow. He's come to terms with that. But he's trying to basically like start over, which is kind of like almost impossible for him at this point. But he's trying to like overcome like basically like who he was, I guess, even though he has like a thin understanding of what that is. I guess.
Some memories. It's more so he's remembering like glimpses and emotions, and
Yeah.
probably doesn't feel too great about it.
Yeah.
Gets a little sick to his stomach thinking about it.
Yeah.
Trying to think about what he did.
So he's also seems to be really profane in like the arts. So he seems like he's really in depth into studying like arcane things, arcane subjects. So
He's deep.
yeah,
He's hashtag deep.
hashtag deep, bro. He's rolling in
Yeah.
it.
And
Poor Amon.
Anthony, what's your character's name?
His name's Rick. He goes by Rick. He's a man of many names from many languages. He just goes by Rick.
Go about Rick.
Common fellow just knows by Rick.
Pretty simple guy.
Pretty simple guy. He's pretty chill.
I like
Get on
that.
his bad side. He don't want to get on his bad side.
I love it. Derek, do you have a name? Or sorry, I don't know why I called you Derek. Justin, do you have a name?
Setheras Braewynn.
Setheras. Beautiful name.
Sir? Sir?
No,
Mark,
it would not be
Mark.
Setheras.
I don't know if you're
No.
in the chat yet, but if you're in the chat, because I think Mark said that he was going to create
A Twitch
a
and
Twitch
log
and
in.
jump in. So Mark, if you want to jump in, and we have like 11% left, hit us up with whatever your name is. Let me see if I can. See, there we go. There's the stream chat. Bunch of switches, bro. Oh, Lauren.
So yeah,
Facial hair is not great, Lauren.
on the real, everyone, I am very useless in a combat scenario, as they would say. I will be standing in the back.
You're a pretty good sneaker boy.
Do what you must.
But between you and also I don't know if Eli might have got a bit already, but between you and Eli, you got some real big sneakers. I like. How do y'all feel about party composition? How do y'all feel about it? Just like first impressions.
I am 99% sure that I am the only healer. The only person.
No, I got a skill in that.
You're skilled in medicine too.
I knew
Who
that
else
would be
is
a
skilled
problem.
in
Well,
skilled
it's
medicine.
because there weren't too many people who were going.
No, we were
So,
straight
I haven't really checked the clearance yet.
in our
I'm
other
looking
campaign.
into
Yeah.
the skills before I kind of like select.
You want to take it? Oh wait, so how many? What's your wisdom modifier?
+2.
+2.
Well, no, it would be-
So choose right here. Whatever.
So yeah, for
18.
yours it would be 18 +2, so 20, so +5 is his wisdom mod.
Jesus Christ! So you get 5 cantrips. So you
I wish I got cantrips.
if you wanna,
I'm
if
so
you wanna,
useless. I should have picked a weapon instead
There's
of
a-
the supplies.
there might be a. Do I have it?
Does anybody else have an alchemist kit?
The
I have a
Eli's
gunsmith
on what they
kit.
help kit.
Huh?
I have a gunsmith kit.
Eli's
That's
on
not what
what
I'm
the
looking
kit.
for.
Here.
I don't remember.
You can take a look at.
Or gun repair.
Yeah. So you have a gunsmith kit.
Sweet. My holy symbol for it. Like, at first I thought I was gonna like cleric spells or something.
She
and
said
then I
fight.
didn't get these spells.
More or less, soul wardens are the exorcists.
Cool.
of this
I've
world.
got a holy stick up my butt, guys.
So you have a there's a soul,
I have an air about myself, and I have something that must be done right now.
like so.
Big
What
holy
happened is
stick
there was
that lies in my ass must be rectified.
rectified.
I
Yeah.
said that on purpose. That was
Yeah.
very.
Let's see. This is,
Hmm.
Very
might
vivid,
need-
sir. Very vivid.
because this is like okay. So this looks like it's right under your, like right here. Are you able to see it? On here? Well, you won't be able to see it. But you like to see that? I want to see if we can try and adjust that. So we might need Derek. Could you scoot around the table a little bit like that? Well, keep it like that, because then I'm gonna have you all scoot down just a little bit.
Well, the problem is there's a 40-gallon
Yeah.
tank.
We're gonna need this table slightly that way.
Well, we could probably.
Yeah, we'll
set
fiddle
next
with
week.
that next week. We'll move the table a little bit that way. That way we'll scoot around.
I'll put some table
Um,
After 2 weeks, Eli won't be coming anyway, so it'll free up the table.
space.
Get out of
I think
here.
I should
Get out of here with your positivity and all that. Yeah, boys. We put
No
out.
positivity.
I personally don't care to do mock combat.
Well, we're at like 8% right now. The combat that will be taking place next week.
Zedek says hello.
Aw.
The captain of Potty McBoatface.
Um,
One day we will tell you the story.
They're referring to another
weird
campaign.
story. Yeah, it's another campaign that we're in right now, and there was some fun stuff that happened with that one. But a
I'm
lot
telling
of
you, I think in our off time we should just film it, just upload it to YouTube.
if we I mean
Future content.
future content right there.
Everything is content.
Content. Yeah, we're at.
You can just start
8%
streaming me
left.
playing random video games.
That's how I get my Twitch thing going.
We probably don't have enough time to do mock combat. Plus, it'd be nice to have Mark and Eli with us so we can get some of their stuff.
Some of their
going.
actual damage that's in the game.
Fucking dual
Not-
crossbows.
Do what?
I got these crossbows and can't even use them, man.
I want to use my dual crossbow.
Man, I got this alchemist supplies and this holy symbol and this component pouch. I have a component pouch and no spells that require components. Woohoo!
There will be other things
Nintendo
that
Freak says
you
life is content.
Life is content.
life is content. That's true words were never spoken.
Well-
but there will be things that you will
Oh, I know.
need us for, because
Oh, that, and I have the intention
It's
with
like,
it, with as high as my intelligence and wisdom is, I'm going to like learn spells.
because that's what
I have an intelligence of 17. Well, I have an intelligence or a wisdom of 17. I haven't decided which one. Or 19, I mean.
probably.
I'm like, because I'm flip flopping right now between the two.
Let me see.
This part of me's like, man, wisdom. And the other part of me's like, man, intelligence.
Because I think wisdom is probably going to be better for you. Let me check.
So, I was thinking like 18 strength, 15 dex, 14 constitution, 15 intelligence, 18 wisdom.
You're going to want wisdom.
Roger, sir.
Roger.
You boys.
It's your boy.
Well, yeah, let's go ahead and go around, and because I don't think we really established what races we are. So, Jacob.
The Dredgenaught.
Well, races. So you're a
Race. Are we
Wa-
going to say
you're a
race and
Warforged.
background?
yeah, racing background. So you're
Warforged.
Warforged and basically a robot boy. There was I don't know if I showed you. I'll have to show you a picture that I found that actually looked really cool. That was
How did I say it?
pretty much like what I imagined.
Non-biological beings. What I said.
No, but yeah,
Non-biological being is what he said.
Yeah.
not sorry. Is that the
No, I was just thinking, trying to think of a term for it.
They prefer to be referred to.
the politically correct term
Yeah.
for robot?
Yeah.
I'll say more scientific.
And then, so what background do you want?
I guess war. Like a battle background.
Soldier.
Yeah.
Okay. So you get a soldier background, and that worked pretty well. Eric, what's your race and your background?
I'm a dwarf, and I don't know. I guess I'm an acrobat. You know
Well,
what?
there's Because there's
Because he's a performer.
charlatan, and you could do like a
I'm a charlatan.
two charlatans. You must
No.
battle for dominance.
You can switch mine then.
What the?
Well, I mean, so there's is it
He's a
the
performer,
different
I
one?
think.
Yes, there's performer, and so you can do acrobat for that actually. So
This is how the Beatles
Performer,
broke
better
up.
performer.
what's
yeah.
what's Amon's
Amon, he is a drow criminal.
draw criminal?
So he had to do what he
All
needed to
drows
do
are
to get,
criminal, really.
get by. So it's just natural order of things.
Do you like that? All draws are criminal.
All Drows are.
When it comes down to it,
So prejudiced now.
yeah. What's Rick's
He is a Firbolg Outlander.
for
Firbolg.
I think it's pronounced Firbolg.
Firbolg.
Yeah.
Firbolg and an Outlander.
Outlander.
Oh, it's beautiful. So he's like a 7 foot tall,
So I think
big old boy.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So he's great, especially with the special traits he could do too.
It's gonna be pretty good.
It's gonna be dope.
And then Setheras,
Oh, good old
Should be a
Charlotte.
sneaky
good old
little fucker.
charlatan, and half elf, right?
Correct, sir.
I forget. I don't think Eli figured out which one he was gonna be. Eli, if you're in the chat,
So,
go for it.
name.
Yeah, and Eli, if you're in the chat, you took
Someone said
Xanax.
what's up, so
What's up?
Probably.
that's probably one of the guys.
I like
With the,
somebody.
The lame
Do you want me to tell you who's just
will
good?
will the doll
at all
follow
of
me
the
into the druid
checks?
world though?
Me. I'm good at all of the checks.
Yeah.
I might suck a fat one in combat. But let me tell you right now, you need me to roll anything? I got you, fam. Anything that does not involve strength, I'm there. Let's do
That's
it.
why I said I think like as far as utility goes, it's like the two of you are like the highest utility.
Yeah, okay, do whatever the hell you want. Persuade him? Cool. Persuade him. You want me to perform? I'll perform. You want me to percept? I'll percept. I'll show better than any motherfuckers ever percept in the life.
I got 4 hours to pull.
That was you were full on Jack Black there. Yeah, we're at 5%. We're gonna milk this for all it's worth.
Yeah.
Um, What else should we talk about, man? That's-
You
How
gotta break the fourth
Shoot.
wall.
was y'all's day?
Sorry.
I was at work all morning. It was so dead this morning. It was fucking terrible. We made what? $12 each at the end of the shift.
12:03.
Ballin'.
Beautiful.
And I got there at 8 a.m.
I mean,
He got there
it was
at
a nice morning.
10:15.
You're supposed to open?
He was supposed
I
to
was
slice
supposed to-
this morning.
yeah.
Oh God.
Oh, you want to talk about somebody having a heart attack in that store? I'm just like,
So we got
I gotta slice, I gotta spread, I gotta slice, I gotta spread. And Catherine's
V Human and Guild Artisan.
A guild artisan.
Guild Artisan.
He's got to pay the guild. They want their money. They want their
Okay.
who was saying that?
Name, I'm not sure.
Eli.
Yeah, he's a variant human and he's a guild artisan.
That's right. So yeah, and we'll be able to talk about
Good thing when they choose
guild artisan stuff at some point because there are some ideas that I have for which guild in particular you might give money to, because there are a lot.
And you also get membership benefits too.
That's true. That'll be
Guild
fun.
favors.
True. But yeah. I mean, I guess we can go ahead and call it because we're at 4%, and I want to make sure that we have a little bit of battery to do some decomp over here as well. But so yeah, we'll just go. We're gonna go around because this will be on YouTube as well. So signing off. We'll just go around, say our names once more, and we'll sign off.
Eric.
Derek.
Red 5 signing out.
I love it.
Big
Love
vibes
it.
in and out.
Just
And I'm Brandon. I'll be your DM for Amnesia Party. And with that,
have
we'll
some
go
good
ahead and
R&R, guys.
Have some
Hey.
some good R&R. Dude.
Roll out.